Hello everyone, I'm Noel Lennon.
Green Giant.
And welcome to, it's going to be a first for us, a commentary on a Doctor Who episode.
Yes.
Specifically, Time of the Doctor.
Yes.
The
end of a new saga.
this year's Christmas special. We're doing this for a reason, actually. This has been one of the most widely talked about episodes in recent memory for the show. Because it's...
Well, apart from the 50th.
Yeah. Mainly because this has conflicted so many people about whether it's actually good or bad.
Yeah.
And we just want to kind of put our 2 cents in it, really, because this, to be honest, when I first watched this baffled me on how to feel about it. Because on the one hand, Matt Smith was one of the, pretty much, for many people, the best Doctor.
Yeah, and in this episode, there's so much going on, it's just no space to think.
Yeah, this had to sum up all of Matt Smith's episodes, send him off in style, and introduce a new Doctor.
Unfortunately, because of all this episode just feels rushed.
And very messy in parts.
It needs probably another hour.
What I like to compare it to is End of Time, David Tennant's last episode.
Oh, yeah.
That was too long because it had 2 episodes dedicated to it and it shouldn't have had. There was too much space in the episode.
Yeah.
If any episode needed to be 2 parts, this was it.
Because of Moffat's complex writing and
just
needs it.
Because this has been a plot
fill out
point.
Everything.
This has been a plot point that's been built up since the beginning of Series 5, and I really think it needed the extra 40 minutes. Like Day of the Doctor, it needed to be that kind of length. Not so much that it was 2 episodes, but about an hour and a half. Because 2 episodes would be like an hour and 45 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
So
anyway, into this.
Straight away, I just want to say Matt Smith's performance in this is amazing. It's one of his best, actually. I'd say it's his best next to Pandora Opens in a Big Bang.
Although his acting's never been bad.
No, I will say that.
It's Moffat for the writing.
There's just been there's one performance that I think he was quite bad at, and that was the Doctor, the Widow in the Wardrobe, and that was the only reason was because he had to overact because the other actors were so terrible.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Mother? One of the worst actresses that I've ever seen in Doctor Who. She was so bad.
He's acting for everyone else.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, going to get into something with Clara now. Clara, for me, is one of the weakest companions that the Doctor's had since the show came back. And the problem with this isn't even Jenna Coleman's... Well, she used to be called Jenna Louise Coleman, her name's Jenna Coleman now, acting terms.
Yeah.
It's not even her acting ability. She's a fantastic, fantastic actress.
Yeah.
And one for something for the dads. But it's just that Moffat doesn't know how to write female characters or just companions in general. They're either, apart from Rory, they're either whores or boring, or in Amy Pond's case, both.
Yeah.
And no, I'm joking. Amy Pond was pretty cool, but the problem with Clara is she doesn't have any discernible personality for me, anyway. Like, okay, what do we know about Clara apart from the fact she's an impossible girl, which is a plot device, not a character trait? She's feisty. Again, that's not a personality, that's a character trait.
Yeah, we really don't know anything about her.
Actually, what do you think of the redesigned Cybermen, quickly?
They're pretty cool, I was thinking.
I like them. I like their new voices. They've got much deeper voices.
What do you think about Handles?
I like Handles, he's pretty cool.
I like the voice, it's pretty cool.
Again, but it doesn't explain where he came from.
No.
Why he has the head.
Why has he suddenly done this?
Yeah. I don't like this new opening title sequence. I think there's too much. The filters look awful. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's too noisy.
It was a bit empty, but I know they've been gradually adding stuff in, but it's a bit of a mindfuck now.
It's just too much shit going on.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be one of the people like, oh, it's just bad, the old stuff was better, because I said that, a lot of people say that about Doctor Who. You know, like when David Tennant was coming in, oh, he's going to be shit, that kind of thing, but it's just because, no, this is actually bad.
Yeah. Oh,
by the way, not a nitpick, the doors do not open outwards on the TARDIS. Like they do in the opening, they don't open outwards. Bit of a nitpick. There's Clara's family. Again, a problem with this is, in the Rings Akaten, we're shown how she came into being on the Leaf, and you see her parents. Would have liked a bit more character development from these people who've been so vital to this character so far. Who had a 10-minute thing dedicated to them in an episode. You know what I mean? It's just that she's not... Her family are not interesting enough, and you could have cut out all the family stuff to add more to the episode, because it desperately needed that.
Yeah.
Oh, Moffat. Didn't I say this earlier? It's like Moffat's excuse is like, fuck it, it's Matt's episode, I want to see him naked.
And the fangirls went wild.
But I just don't get... When I first watched this and I saw him naked, I was like, oh, that was a... What? Like that, I was just like, really?
It does get a bit weird after a while.
Yeah,
it's
just
naked stuff.
It's just like, is it just an excuse for him to be naked? Seriously.
Yeah.
Another problem I have with this episode is that I wish, again, it's not just probably not just this episode, it's just the entire Christmas special format. Why does it have to have Christmas stuff in it? Can it not just be a good episode broadcast on Christmas?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know.
What I love about that Moffat, it's a trope he uses that you don't notice something through a scene and then it points it out at the end.
Yeah.
You can see in their faces that they can see he's naked.
Yeah.
But I really like that, but Moffat uses it so much in this episode, and this is one of the only times it actually works.
It is a good device, but...
No. Like, it works in Blink, it works in Forest of the Dead and Silence of the Library. Those things work fine in that, but it gets a bit overused in this. And actually, another thing I want to point out about Moffat's writing is that he's good at writing either a standalone episode like Blink, which had nothing to do with the overarching thing with Series 3, which is Mr. Saxon, or like Forest of the Dead, Silence of the Library. Those are two fantastic episodes. But he's good at that, or like solely, or he's good at just writing an episode that deals with all the plot devices and everything. Like Good Man Goes to War is fantastic, and that whole story was about River Song and who she is and all of that. So, but he can't do the two together. He does that really badly. Let's Kill Hitler is one of the most muddled pieces of television I've ever seen.
Yeah.
There's so much going on in it, and it's a terrible episode. This is another example of it. While this does it a bit better, it's still not as good. Like this turkey thing, for instance. Why is this being put in the TARDIS? Why is that important?
No idea.
I don't get. Is it a metaphor? Because he sounds actually. I think the person who plays Handles is the person who plays the computer Mr. Smith in the Sarah Jane Adventures.
All right.
I think it might be.
That does sound familiar, actually. No, yeah.
Yeah, you know, you go Sarah Jane.
Yeah.
It sounds like that, doesn't it? I don't need to notice
actually.
that. That would be pretty cool. Nice bit of continuity. What do you think of Matt Smith's costume? How it's changed from the tweed suit to that?
I think it's looking pretty good. I'm not sure what I prefer.
I much prefer this thing, to be honest. I think he looks better just in that kind of long, flowing coat.
But they both worked.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what Peter Capaldi's costume is going to be like, because that always interests me, because the costume maketh the man.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to go for.
No. Oh, here we're getting back in the plot points. Day of the Doctor, Gallifrey returns. Okay, hang on, that's a plot point. So I want to point out in a minute, which is really weird. So was he looking for Gallifrey and he happened to stumble upon this planet? Because that's what he said he was going to do. Look for Gallifrey. Well, that's what he was told to do.
Yeah.
So what is he doing here? I know he intercepted the message, but what was he doing before that? Where did he get Handles? Stuff like this needs to be explained. Also, I thought that was the Titanic when I first watched this.
Not again.
That's the exactly same sound effect they used for the Titanic in Voyage of the Damned.
Yeah.
Oh, the papal mainframe. Wow, we're so... Oh, what's that, Moffat? A plot device you're just introducing now and expecting us to care about it? I'm glad this is a character we've met before. It's not. I don't get this. I don't get this plot point of going to church naked. Is that a satire on churches or something? I don't get it. What is the point? But you're not naked.
Well,
do they know they're naked? Are they projecting a hologram of them being naked, or are those clothes being hologrammed on? Because they just literally just said they're naked.
Yeah.
What?
It's about going naked, but then they got a hologram to not be naked.
I don't get it.
Who's it for?
Yeah. If it's because they're wearing clothes because the BBC won't let them be naked, why write it in? Is it to be funny? Well, it's not funny. It's just annoying. And again, you're taking away from the emotional side of it, which is what it should have focused on. I hate the fact that Moffat just introduces his character like, yeah, expects us to care about us straight away. The difference between introducing River Song in Forest of the Dead and doing that and making us care about that character is because that character clearly had a history with the Doctor that we were going to find out about and make us care about her. This character says she has a history with the Doctor, but none of it's interesting. You don't get to find out any more about her until she dies.
It's just more stuff you're trying to chuck in, which there isn't time for.
Actually, a nice bit of trivia. Matt Smith when he was filming this was actually bald because he was filming How to Catch a Monster in America. He's actually that scene later on. He's actually wearing a wig through this entire episode. So that's a nice bit of meta writing about Matt Smith later on, that he's actually bald.
Yeah.
Something I don't like in a minute they're going to bring up that it's the one thing I hate about Moffat writing about River Song is that he always calls her a psychopath. She is not a psychopath. You clearly don't understand that definition of the word. Also, the silencer here, yeah. Whoa. Because everyone loved them.
I'm so glad they're back.
I hated the silencer. So boring, seriously. I'm not even complaining because they're new monsters. The Weeping Angels were genius. But the silencers are just boring. I like Morigold's music in this scene. I like his music for this. Actually, one thing I like about it is one of the songs I really thought should have been in this episode, the long song from Rings of Akaten, is actually plays during his regeneration, which is exactly the song I thought should have been. Which I like that. So, a bit of trivia here: the silencer are actually based on a painting. I think it's called The Wailing Girl.
Okay.
How does she know that she forgot them? How does that work? How do the silence work? Seriously.
Nobody knows.
I don't get that. Like, she forgets it, then she looks again, it's like, how did I forget you? But you shouldn't have remembered that you forgot them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't get that. Seriously, it's just an excuse for her to know they're there, and that's lazy writing. I just don't get how the silence work. In all their other appearances, it's been you had to make a mark on yourself to remember that you've seen them. I don't remember that you've seen them, but know that something's going on. By the way, Daleks, Sontarans, Cybermen, Silent Weeping Angels. All of these monsters are here. You will never see. You'll see hardly any of them.
Yeah, well, I think the idea from what I remember, I saw a video like behind the scenes thing, whether the idea was just to chuck in as many monsters as they can, like as epic final as possible.
But it wasn't.
That was his idea. It's like, oh, we want it to be as big as possible.
But it feels to me, it's just literally like, what if all of this shit happened at once? But none of it's interesting.
Will they really all get together with this?
Like, the Weeping Angels are a good example of this. We're going to see them in a minute when they go down the planet in the snow. You see them once there and once later on, and that's it.
It's really not needed.
Yeah. Also, later on, we're going to get the laziest explanation for all the series plot threads I've ever seen in the TV programme. I'm just pointing it out now because this woman is going to explain it. It's the worst attempt at explaining plot holes I've ever seen. Yes, it does. It has before. It's not even. I'm not having a go at Moffat because he's Moffat or because he's the showrunner. I honestly think he can do a fantastic job. The 11th Hour is amazing. Big Bang Pandora Opens are amazing. But this is him at his absolute worst, I think. This Let's Kill Hitler. He really needs someone to edit his scripts because they don't make any sense. Mm-hmm. And if I can watch this and find plot holes with it straight away, then there's something going on there.
Yeah, I bet you found most of these on the first viewing.
Yeah.
I remember.
Why are these Weeping Angels under the snow? But he's looking at it. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
This actually take. Oh, by the way, I meant to say, you know, Clara's flat at the beginning.
Yes.
That is actually the same location used for Rose's flat.
Alright.
It's the same block of flats.
Cool.
It's a nice little bit of subtlety. I mean, they're not literally the same location, it's just for filming.
Yeah.
But that's some really bad editing, by the way.
It's really weird.
Yeah, I just couldn't understand what was going on. The editing here isn't great because, you can't tell where the angels are in comparison to them.
No.
That's really either really bad directing or really bad editing, but I'd like to say editing. Again, if the angels can move really fast, why are they moving so slowly here? Remember in Blink, they can move as fast as you can imagine. He looks like Kevin Spacey. He looks like the young Lex Luthor from Smallville. He really does. He's like an egg. What? Okay, something that doesn't make any sense to me. In a minute, they're gonna go through the truth field. He lies to Clara in the TARDIS. Does the TARDIS protect them from the truth field?
Possibly.
But also, there's some plot holes I want to point out later that Dorian says to the Doctor. He says, at the folly of the 11th, when no one can speak falsely or fail to answer, right? You can't speak falsely, the truth field, or fail to answer. The truth field doesn't make you say things.
Yeah.
So that doesn't make any sense. Oh, great, another companion who fancies him. What? Hang a minute, she asked Clara what her name was.
I don't get what...
How does the truth field work? Explain it.
Doesn't make you just speak out random things you got in your head that
but if
you're hiding from people?
If that's true, then why doesn't the Doctor just... Hang on, why did the Doctor get that new jacket? He just changes jackets like that. Oh, get it? The Doctor's going to save Christmas.
Whoa.
I hated that so much when I first watched it. Again, I'm not hating on Moffat. Go through your scripts. Seriously. This is like really bad fan fiction. Like really bad. Actually, do you know what's so cool? Do you know the episode Human Nature and the Family of Blood?
Right.
From Series 3? They actually started off as fan fiction.
Okay.
Really. Chris Chibnall, who wrote it, wrote those two episodes, made those himself.
Okay.
As fan fiction. What if the Doctor became human? Here we go, the crack again.
Whoop.
Explained this time as Gallifrey trying to get back through the thing, even though it was explained that it was the Doctor's TARDIS blowing up. Really? You always knew it wasn't over? Glad to see there was no indication of that in previous episodes. I like the look of the crack, though. Like, it really looks like it's fading into nothingness.
Yeah.
What I hated about this is that he just couldn't... The thing about flashbacks is you didn't need a flashback there. People who've been watching will know what you're talking about. Again, just more time you're wasting.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know it seems like I'm nitpicking, but if you add up all the time he spends just explaining pointless shit or just showing flashbacks or something like that, you could have had like an extra 10 minutes to like...
I mean, it could have been alright, but just give us another episode, split it into two. Then this stuff would be fine.
End it when the Doctor stays on Trenzalore. Have the next episode be when he's staying on Trenzalore and the regeneration. There you go. No, he didn't say it was gone. He said he didn't know what happened to it. I say that because he never said to Clara that Gallifrey was gone. He only figured out that it was in a pocket universe, something like that, when the curator told him. Good thing he had that on him.
Yeah. Because you never know.
I rolled my eyes at this next bit. The resolution to this question really pissed me off as well. Yep. Doctor Who. Do you want to know how many times that has been repeated through Matt Smith's run?
Too many.
20 times. We get it. Stop saying that. Okay, I know we're being negative now. Let's do some positives. What's good about this episode?
The final 5 minutes.
The final 5 to 10 minutes are honestly amazing and a sight to behold, truly. But in terms of writing and emotion and the performances,
the makeup at the end. We're not really getting towards the end.
Yeah, the makeup getting towards the end.
It's a bit dodgy at times, but
yeah, when
he really does look old.
When Matt Smith is a really old man, that's really good makeup.
Yeah, that's the best one.
Some of the performances by Matt Smith and Jenna Conway are amazing in this entire episode. And I've said it before, but that's one of the main things about this. There are times when the writing can be really good, but it's the dialogue, not the actual situation I'm talking about, where the dialogue can be good.
Yeah.
I'll point out times when the dialogue can be good. Again, how does he lie to Clara? They're in the truth field. Explain, please. How does this work? How does he get past the truth field?
Does it not work indoors?
Because he lies again at the end when he says, I have a plan, to that kid, doesn't he? Right at the end, he lies again.
Yeah.
How does the truth field work?
Well, it's very selective.
So is the town called Christmas or is it called Trenzalore? Make up your mind. Is it called Trenzalore? And that's... Oh, so is the planet called Trenzalore?
Possibly, actually.
Yeah, the planet might be... So,
okay.
Yeah, okay, that might make a bit more sense. It might not be.
This is the town.
Yeah, the town's called Christmas. Okay, fair enough.
But that might be right. We'll just wait it out.
I like the fact that he sends her away. Because he knows it's going to be dangerous.
Yeah. But she falls for it twice.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Also, she hangs onto the time vortex and goes through time. How does she not die? In Utopia, when Captain Jack does it, he dies and comes back to life. How does Clara not die? Explain, please.
She's the impossible girl.
Don't even say that to me. I'm so sick of Moffat giving names to things. The Girl Who Waited, Raggedy Man, Impossible Girl, the Lone Centurion. The Lone Centurion. Seriously, they have names and personalities.
Yeah.
The Man Who Forgets, The Man Who Regrets, and Grumpy. What do you think of this actress's performance as the whatever her name is? I've forgotten.
I can't remember.
Asher, isn't it, or something like that?
I don't know.
What do you think of her performance? Because I think she's quite wooden and boring.
I don't know. She seems alright.
I think she's trying to be sassy and failing at it. River Song is sassy and likeable.
Yeah, I don't know. You get the idea that she's in power. You feel it from her, but...
Oh, I hate this. This is one of the things I hate the most. The pacing in this episode is atrocious. Atrocious pacing. Right? I love the fact that these are both... what's the Sontaran in the previous episode called? It's both him. Strax.
Yes.
That's it, Strax. I like the fact he's both the same actor. That's pretty cool. I love this. Right, okay. Let's talk about pacing. Instead of just telling us that 300 years have passed, show us that process. Don't just say it.
It was quite a big period.
How does that weeping angel fall for that? Explain. I don't get this, by the way, the wooden Cyberman. How does that make any sense? Is it like the Treeborgs from Flesh and Stone?
I don't get it.
Remember the Treeborgs?
Yeah.
I love them. Love the Treeborgs. Why would those children do that to that kid, knowing there are monsters in the woods? Knowing that they're in danger? Why would they willingly put that kid in danger like that? Are these kids arseholes?
That one is.
Why does the Cyberman have a flamethrower if he's made of wood? Surely that's just waiting for something to go out.
He's made of fire-resistant wood.
Don't even say that to me.
He is.
What?
No, she is, actually.
What, the Cyberman?
So it's actually a cyber woman. I watched a behind-the-scenes documentary as a woman in there.
No,
it's made of fire-resistant wood.
Are you joking?
No.
So this character of the Cyberman is made of fire-resistant wood?
And it's a woman inside. Yeah.
That's bullshit. Explain that. Don't just assume that we've watched the behind-the-scenes thing, because I haven't watched that.
You should watch it. But
Is it good?
Yeah, it was alright.
Again, does he lie to this Cyberman? Because he quite clearly bluffs about something. This is where the makeup starts to get a bit dodgy on Matt Smith. But you just did. What?
Hang on, if it's fire resistant, why would that happen then?
Yeah. Oh my god. More problems with this. Okay, do you want to bring up the massive plot hole that you
Are we doing? Should we do? No, I think give it a bit.
Okay, you want to do it?
More towards the end, I think.
Okay. I think the set design's pretty nice as well.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Another problem I have with the Town Called Christmas though is I don't care about any of these people.
No.
Any of the people that live in it, apart from the Doctor. I don't care about any of them. I love that. That's a nice callback to Big Bang. That's quite bad sound mixing because I can't hear what they're saying.
Yeah. That's a bit of a problem at a couple of points in this episode.
Especially towards the end.
Yeah.
So if we sound bored, it's just it's quite boring. There's a lot to talk about though, so.
Yeah.
What was your favourite episode of Matt Smith's run?
Oh Jesus.
Because to be honest, I really liked Flesh and Stone, Time of Angels, Pandorica Opens, The Big Bang, 11th Hour, Amy's Choice, Vampires of Venice. Oh, that's quite a few number of episodes I really like.
I still really enjoy his first episode.
Oh, 11th Hour. Yeah, I love that. It's such a great entrance.
I love that.
It's probably the best episode premiere the series has had since it came back.
Yeah, definitely the best start for a Doctor, I think.
And that's an example of Moffat's writing being really good. Again, he had to introduce a new Doctor, make a new tone for the show, but also trying to keep it familiar for older fans.
Yep.
Introduce a new companion, introduce a threat, introduce Amy's boyfriend, and introduce the new TARDIS, introduce the new series. You know what I mean? That's quite a lot to do.
It didn't feel rushed. It was.
Actually, that's the longest Doctor Who episode.
Yeah,
it's an hour and 10 minutes.
That's probably why.
Why did that one need to be an hour and 10 minutes and this one didn't? This one needs it probably more than that one did.
The fact they can do that, they can add the extra time.
It's just that the Beeb.
I know it's a Christmas schedule. They got to get stuff in, but
the BBC need to realise that this was important. This was the end of an era for someone.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, which is. But I'm not being harsh to stuff like Mrs. Brown's Boys, but that could have been put later in the day just for this.
Yeah, this is like primetime TV pretty much.
Yeah.
I think it's got the most viewers.
Did it?
On Christmas or something, or the second,
or next to EastEnders. Who the fuck cares about EastEnders on Christmas Day? None of those characters ever have a good Christmas. Someone dies, something blows up, someone catches fire, some baby dies. Seriously, move out of Watford.
Oh no,
is it Watford? It's called.
I don't know. I don't watch that crap.
No, just move out. It's like Midsummer Murders. Why does anyone live there? People end up murdered every week. It's like the biggest shithole on the planet.
Bit like this show.
Oh yeah, but they go for different time and space, so I can't understand it. We'll shut up, George. But I'm glad you only explained this now, Moffat. Otherwise, you made it look like the Doctor was staying there for completely no reason. They all need you to. Oh, whatever. Yeah, I'm saving Christmas. Get it? Get it? Try not to force that in. I tell you, I worked very hard on comfort. Ha!
Ah.
2 whole hours it took me. It's like this episode's writing.
I'm gonna make a video of that now. Just my review of it. Just put that clip in.
What?
So the title, my review of Comfort. Comfort is irrelevant.
That'd be amazing. Your impression of Handles was great there. Comfort is irrelevant. To be honest, Handles is just an object, but I did quite like that he had got some good lines, but he didn't get enough. That was the problem. For me to care about him dying. But it shows the power of Matt Smith's performance, where he can make us care about an inanimate object. And when he looks at Clara, he looks genuinely devastated, which I like. New Handles. Oh, he looks genuinely devastated there.
Yeah.
Clara's like, what the fuck, man? You could do the British thing of turning it off and on again, or hitting it.
Only once though. Twice is abuse.
Do you want to bring up your plot point now?
If you want.
I think it would be quite cool to bring it up now, especially since Clara's come back.
Come on, there we go. Right.
Okay, this is a massive plot point that George pointed out to me. So that about this. Now, keep in mind, in the last irregular episode of Doctor Who, The Name of the Doctor, we saw the Doctor's grave on this planet, right?
Yes. So basically, I'll go through it. So basically, he stopped his death on Trenzler. Okay, his grave was never there. So Clara could never have jumped into the Doctor's time stream. Clara never got splintered through time and space. So Clara never met the Doctor in 19th century London. So the Doctor never went to find Clara. And basically none of Series 7 makes any sense.
Nice work, Moffat.
Nailing it as ever.
Even episodes that you didn't write, you're screwing over. There's just so much wrong with it. I like this line about David Tennant's vanity. Yeah. How does she forget about the other one?
I don't know.
I like that. Cat and vanity is just... That was a problem I had with David Tennant's Doctor, is that he cared way too much about himself, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And he seemed a bit like a whiny bitch at points. Like, you know, his regeneration is what I mean, like, oh, I don't want to go. Like that. But Matt Smith's is like how I think regeneration should be. It's like, I'd rather not die, but I'm going to, so times have to change.
No.
You abandoned several other people, even people you cared about. So
Yeah.
well, when he was 10, that's all he thought about. Again, this scene's really nice between the two of them, but I don't know. I think that's a problem that most of Moffat's companions have, like Clara, is that they have no personality. I mean, like, or they're just plot points. I mean, like, think about Amy Pond, for example. Why does the Doctor pick her up as a companion? Because he's interested in her and how her life doesn't make any sense. Why does he pick up Clara as a companion? Again, because he's interested in her and her life makes no sense. Okay, why did he pick Martha and Donna and Rose up? Because he liked them as people and he thought they had qualities which he could grow attached to. That's how you write a character.
Yeah.
And I hate saying that to someone like Moffat, who's created characters like Blink. You know, like in Blink, Sally Sparrow was a really likeable character, even though she only ever appears in that one episode. I don't know if this bit, by the way, is the worst foreshadowing or the best foreshadowing. This is Amy Pond's theme that starts playing here. Hear it?
Yeah.
That's Amy Pond's theme, right? Now, I don't know if that's genius or stupid, because that's obviously foreshadowing what happens later. And this kid is obviously a parallel to her because he's a bad actor. I'm joking. Karen Gillan, Kathy Blackwood were good actors, but he waits for the Doctor and he abandons him, just like he did with Amy. But right.
And she doesn't remember then.
Yeah. And how do you genetically engineer something to make someone else forget them?
Yeah.
This is an example of the makeup looking quite bad. Remember this? Right, when he looks up from the box, it looks like he's young again. And I thought that for the first time. Wait for it. For a second, when I first watched that, I thought he was young again. Did you?
Yeah. I don't know if it's just because you can't really see the detail of it, but might be just shot.
Again, this is an example of Moffat using the trope yet again about him noticing something and not pointing it out until the end of the scene.
Mm.
Okay, explain. Instead of just saying that in a sentence, explain how they went back in time. Explain what they did. Don't just say... See, look, at the end of Series 5, when you want to find out who blew up the TARDIS, you never find out, and that was a massive plot hole. And they just... Moffat's gone, I better just quickly wrap it up like that, in a sentence.
Yeah.
Riversong is not a psychopath. You clearly don't understand what that word means. It doesn't just mean insane, or want... Riversong wasn't insane. I don't get that. I do like totally married her. You didn't have your TARDIS. Again, are we supposed to care about this character? Because she's been quite a bitch so far. Oh, her name is Tasha.
Ah.
Why have the Daleks changed back to those designs? I like the bulkier ones. Again, some of the Daleks will forget the Doctor, but now they remember him again. Just because Moffat realised what a stupid idea that was, and he just, again, in a throwaway line that probably took him about 5 seconds to think of.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that. Whoops. Nice one, Moffat, making the Doctor really likeable there. I like how the Daleks try and turn her against the Doctor. Just like, yeah, look how much of prick he is. Come join the Dalek side. For good cake, all that kind of thing. That's a horrible line. What the fuck? Are the Daleks seriously that slow that he just can't... Again, I don't care about this character. Make me care about her before saying stuff like that. Where was there any indication that she was a psychopath in her life? Hasn't it always been a war? Technically. It took 300 years.
Ugh.
And that's just Turkey. Totally lying. It's just something like, oh... I totally believe you. Was that rule one, the Doctor lies? Just an excuse for him to be out of character? Totally. Barnacle. Nobody gives a fuck about Barnacle. What is that he keeps putting in, by the way?
I don't know.
Was that another thing that's not explained? It probably is, actually. We
just missed it.
Yeah. How did he get outside so quickly without her hearing him? And why did she fall for that again? We're supposed to like Clara, but she's such a moron. Her face looks really weird there.
Yeah.
Something for the dads. Does it devastate the child? He clearly looks up to you like, yeah, fuck it, I don't care. And leave. That kid's such a bad actor. I don't like picking on him because he's a kid actor, but he's terrible, I'm not even gonna lie. I find it weird that the silence just kind of start working with him. So like, yeah, whatever. Whatevs. I say again, just saying like, it's just the Daleks left. Just explain it instead of just showing it. I like how he does like Pete Townsend and swings his cane around like that. Thanks, Dad.
God, you're a dick.
Yeah. This is easily the most boring family introduced since Rose's family. Yeah, Nan. Christmas is ruined. Thanks, Mum. Her mum's quite a bitch. She was shown to be quite nice in that flashback. I don't get what. I think this family scene was quite important for the story, but just some of it really needed to be cut out to dedicate more time to the stuff that was important.
Mm.
I mean, this is fine. This is a nicely written scene and everything, but. And Mum, Jesus. For my mum to choke on a cracker.
How'd you choke on a cracker?
I wanted to try it. Try and find out.
You shouldn't be putting them in your mouth.
Chalk on it. Why did she bring that with her? Didn't the doctor say that he already had crackers?
Not good enough.
I know he lies, but I know she's like, yeah, I'm not taking the chance because he's lied twice to me already. I don't think flying the TARDIS is that easy. It's meant to be flown by 6 people. Hang on a minute, I've got a question. You know that noise the TARDIS makes when it lands? That I can't remember whether you can try and attempt the noise. You know the noise I mean.
Yes.
River says that's because she leaves the brakes on. Because he leaves the brakes on, so it makes that noise. So how come, if she knows how to fly the TARDIS, why does Tasha leave the brakes on? I think that's an example of just inconsistency.
You're not supposed to think about this, though.
Oh, what? I'm not supposed to think?
No, apparently not.
Okay. I'm even mad. Just angry. Ah, fuck, I just cut my fucking finger. Oh, no, bollocks. Just dump this over. Oh, bollocks. I like again, this makeup's really nice, and I like the fact his hair's slicked back so it looks like William Hartnell's.
Yeah.
I think it's a testament to the Matt Smith's Doctor that I really didn't want him to turn old like that. Oh, he just has to spit on a man. Thanks, love. Get us a brew. I'm sorry, you just got that kind of face. I like how I'm talking over this really emotional moment and ruining it completely. It's like when we were watching what was it? Holiday Special, the Kung Fu Panda one, and we just are constantly making sex jokes over the really like emotional scenes in that.
Yeah.
I like this poem she reads out. He looks like Doc Brown. Marty! Look! I love the fact that he's slightly confused when he's like that. He's kind of senile. Now, this is where the episode starts to get really good.
Yeah.
Honestly, when he becomes old.
This last 10 minutes, is it?
Yeah, about that.
About 11.
This is fantastic. See, I like the fact that he's so confused he doesn't know who that is. But a problem with that, I pointed out earlier, how can he lie? He's in a truth field.
It doesn't work indoors.
Honestly, I think that was just an excuse to have some jokes. And he never thought about how that would affect the plot. I like that. Talk and hope something good happens. That of weapons, plans and regenerations. He's fucked. But that doesn't matter anymore, as George clearly pointed out.
Yep.
There are. For that crack. Just have to let him out.
Go over, say hello, it'll be fine.
Yeah. Barnable. He starts calling her Barnable. Actually, something I want to bring up later on when he actually starts regenerating. Just a question that I had, but I was
Got another thing in a minute.
okay,
Yeah.
I like because when we see later, that's a really nice shot and a really nice scene. This whole thing's really emotional.
But when you think about, promise me you'll stay here. It's like, well, why should I? You've got rid of me twice.
Yeah.
Lied to me. It's like, well,
I think he just explained why he did that though as a victim. I like this look. I love that. I'll probably die of boredom. No, but I think he's just like he said, like as a victory for me, it would be keeping you safe.
yeah, I
guess, but yeah, that still kind of makes not a lot of sense. By the way, this is a testament to the power of Jenna Coleman's acting, where she can make talking to a fucking wall emotional. Billy Piper couldn't do that. The voice of the Daleks is really intimidating here, isn't it? It's really loud, and I really like that. But who is it? Is it a Dalek Emperor? Is it just a normal Dalek? Just he's grabbed the speaker off someone else.
He's just walking by and he's got the part.
Like he just snatches them, like with a plunge, just snatches the mic off someone's like, I want to speak. I hated this. It's just like you built up like saying his name. He's like his name's the Doctor. Yeah, whatever. That's all you're going to need to know. I would like to know a bit more than that, though. But someone complained because they say the Time Lords just give him the regeneration, a new cycle, for no reason. I think you'll find in the classic series they gave the Master a new cycle for pretty much doing nothing. But he saved them all, so he has a reason to have one.
Yeah.
And I called that months ago, didn't I?
Yeah.
I said that's what they were going to do. By the way, these people look so scared of the Daleks. Just look at those faces, they look so scared of them. That's such bad acting!
Nailing the extras there.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you're not nailing the extras. But...
Do you reckon he's going to get struck by lightning and then Clara's going to go over 88 miles per hour? Woo! Just like, I'd first get the shit out of someone, then it's like Back to the Future, with the thing break and he screams.
Yeah.
So I was trying to do before he scared the shit out of me.
Especially if I can't hear the audio from this. It's going to be a random scream.
Yeah. I love this. He's like a grumpy old man. Again, I like how he's kind of like William Hartnell, that grumpy old man thing coming back. I love this, like they're shooting at the Doctor and they're missing him completely. I love it, it's so bad.
Someone's been on the sherry?
Yeah, seriously. Like even the Daleks are like, by the way, someone said this is pretty much the BBC posting a letter from Moffat store saying make a new series. This is exactly what it's like. But this is fantastic, this bit. I like his face. I love it. Oh, yeah. Well, stop saying it and shoot him. I love this bit. This gave me goosebumps when I first watched this. Not anymore because I'm forgetting how stupid it is, but... I love this. Oh, yeah. I like how you can see him still regenerating. Fuck yeah! I love that when they're panicking. It's like, oh shit, he's regenerating. I love that so much. I love that. It's just reminding him of swinging his cane. It's pretty awesome. Got some science here, boys. Shoot him! Seriously! I love this way he says this.
The mixing is a bit dodgy. You can hear his lines, but they get a bit lost.
Pete Townsend, fuck yeah! Why is it so destructive though?
I don't know.
Oh, I get it. It's the point that each generation is more destructive than last. So when he goes back into a new cycle, it starts from the beginning again.
Okay.
Is that what the idea is? By the way, those people look so scared running into that church. They're running so fast.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Shuffle in.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, what I was going to bring up here is this is actual regeneration. Like, that's him and the reason why it's so quick is he regenerates into a new cycle, but he has a moment before the new cycle actually starts. That's why the regeneration is so quick.
I think it's long. It needs to go back to how he started.
Yeah, reset. That's what he says.
Yeah, and then so regeneration is actually quite long, but
yeah.
The actual change of actor is
quick.
Yeah.
Okay, that might make a bit more sense. Because a lot of people complain because it's really quick, but I kind of like that. But at the same time, it really needed to be longer because of the emotional attachment to the Doctor.
Yeah, how it's built up for like 3 minutes or something before.
I know he's trying something different, but that really needed to be. By the way, this scene is, I want to call it a beautiful scene where he's changing, but there's still problems with it. Again, okay, I want to bring up a thing now because I want to talk about his performance in a minute, but seeing Amy Pond diminishes Clara as a companion because it makes Clara completely useless in that scene. When David Tennant regenerates, say like if Donna was there and he was regenerating and Rose just fucking appeared, that's what it's like.
Yeah.
I know a thing from Moffat is it's emotional because it's like, it's just him kind of saying goodbye to the Doctor he helped create, and I like that, and this dialogue feels like it's written by Matt Smith if you listen to it himself. It feels like it's written by him, it's not. But I think that supports my thing of it, it's Peter Capaldi, but he's just a hologram. And is that all the clothes there, but he's wearing the exact same clothes there. That's what I think about that, because I thought that was going to be Peter Capaldi when I first watched it.
Oh shit! Oh.
But, like, I think Peter Capaldi's just under the hologram and he's been regenerating, but he's just become that just to say goodbye, I think. That's what I think.
I don't know.
I just don't understand why there's clothes all scattered on the ground. Again, that's a nice nod. Fish fingers and custard. Where did he get it? This scene's amazing though. So I just want to turn up. This music's amazing. Like, listen to the speech. It sounds like it's written by him. Let's be quiet for a second.
Yeah.
He's a coming. No!
On that behind the scenes thing, when they was doing like a script read through, Matt Smith started crying when he was doing this bit.
Aww. Again, I like the ambiguities. Is Amelia laughing or crying there? I like that ambiguity. That's quite clearly not the same actress who played young Amelia, which is quite bad. This sounds like it's Matt Smith.
Yeah, that was the part where he started crying.
Yeah. Oh, that got me really bad when I watched it for the third time. That actually was like, oh. That's a fantastic line as well. Again, this is sad, but it's not like overly sentimental like David Tennant's one.
Yeah.
It's sad because you're saying goodbye to the Doctor, not because the Doctor's dying or some bullshit like that. But one bad thing, you can quite clearly she's wearing a wig. But I don't care. Oh! That made a lot of people cry, that bit. I don't really... It was when he said, I always remember the Doctor's me. That's what got me.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed bit. No!
Yeah.
No!
That'll be on eBay soon.
Oh, no. No! Fuck yeah! Peter Capaldi. I like his new theme.
What the fuck just happened?
I'm gonna grab a stick and beat to fucking death with it.
A fucking kidneys.
I love it. He's so... I love Peter Capaldi. This bit. So that's bad sound mix in there. He said we're probably crashing. Fuck yeah. Okay, that was Time with the Doctor.
Yes.
Well, time to start doing our final thoughts on this. Overall, very, very disappointing until like last 10 or 20 minutes.
Probably 15.
Yeah, last 15 minutes. The very, 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 very disappointing. Watching it again, you realise how many plot holes there are, how many things don't make sense, how rushed it is.
Just don't really care about the start bits.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem to matter.
I could watch that final 15 minutes over and over again and not get bored of it. The only problem is it's just that, like you said, the first 45 minutes, because it's actually,
yeah, probably.
It's awful. It's utterly atrocious. Apart from Matt Smith's
It
performance,
just doesn't really matter.
we'll watch that. Actually, let's watch this behind the scenes thing quick. I mean, like after the call.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, not right now.
I was going to say we're not really going to do a commentary on that.
No.
I like what he said. That was good.
But that's interesting. Because I haven't watched that. I didn't know he actually cried during that bit.
Yeah.
So that was quite.
It's on the script read through.
It's like, oh, tears. So overall, let's just do a quick thing over Matt Smith's tenure quick. Overall, Matt Smith had same thing with Colin Baker. He's a good doctor. They're both great doctors. The problem was in the writing. Series 6 is awful of Matt Smith's. The only good episodes are The Girl Who Waited and The God Complex. That's it. Series 7
doesn't even matter now.
Yeah, Series 7. Sorry, the second half of Series 7 doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
The first half is awful. Asylum of the Daleks is the worst thing I've ever seen in Doctor Who.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Yeah, and there aren't that many great episodes there. Apart from Power 3 is pretty awesome. Series 5 of Matt Smith. Sorry, Series 5 of Doctor Who with Matt Smith's first series is my favourite series of Doctor Who, apart from Series 3. Because it was fresh, it was exciting, it was funny, it had really good dialogue, the episodes were really good, performances were really good. But again, he had some really dodgy episodes, really, really bad ones, like Hungry Earth and Cold Blood, awful. Both of them are awful. What was it? Dinosaurs on the Spaceship, awful.
Oh god, I forgot about that.
Asylum of the Daleks, awful. Impossible Astronaut and Day of the Moon, awful. Yeah. 2 really, really atrocious episodes. What was the Curse of the Black Spot? Awful. Do you remember that? The Pirates?
Jesus.
One of the worst things I've ever watched on a TV programme is that.
I forgot about
that. But for all the really bad stuff, you have the Come and Have a Go speech from the Pandorica opens. You have the final 15 minutes from this. You have some really, really great stuff, and I really think Matt Smith was. The only thing that really let him down was the writing, really.
Yeah, that was the main problem.
But that also plagued David Tennant a bit. Some of the writing for his stuff was a bit dodgy, but that's a story for a different day. But I really, really enjoyed. I hated this episode when I first watched it. Apart from the final 15 minutes, when I've rewatched that final 15 minutes so many times because that's how good it is. Like I said, but we've pretty much reached the end now. So we hope you enjoyed this commentary, and we'll see you again. We probably might do another one. Might do another Doctor Who one, maybe in the future though.
We could do the 50th.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. We'll see.
Whatever.
See you next time. Goodbye.